Yo, man. Okay, so let me tell you something. Today is a very important day, a very ominous day. My partner finally came out about me, and I'm very excited about that. I've been trying to make some hints and some overtures. He's got to let people know, and apparently he actually made a declaration. And I mean, I'm happy. What can I say? But I got another matter to deal with, which is kind of related, but kind of not related. And it's actually about this guy, and he's from another country. And I don't know if he's a fan of heavy metal or not. I know that metal's big in his country, and I hope one day to go a tour there. Personally, I really do. But this fucked up shit. I'm sorry. This thing happened, and they said he got like poisoned, and then he had to go to the hospital, and they put him on a ventilator. And then they started talking about chemical compounds, and they started talking about taking him to another country. I was like, wait a second. You mean he got COVID? You mean he got COVID? And this is how they're trying to spin it? Wait, do you mean he actually got attacked by chemical, biological, or radiological weapons? Wait, do you mean he got targeted as political opposition? What? You mean they have to take extraordinary measures in order to try to keep somebody from interfering in somebody's right to exercise their rights? What? I don't know. I get a little confused sometimes because sometimes these things they don't really you know take a good stand. But here's the thing: they said that this guy was like this anti-corruption guy, and I'm really a big fan of people trying to bust corruption, like seriously bust corruption. I mean, some people talk about like they're going to go after corruption, but basically it's almost like they just want to take over. It's kind of like the problem with the whole kingpin thing. And I got questions and challenges. I'm always challenging people. I know somebody's like, well, we need to apply the kingpin statute and prosecute them under the kingpin statute because of blah blah blah. And then they explain how it's actually a kingpin operation, but then it's like, well, you just knock off the one king and another king takes over. Yeah, that's kind of like what the fucking presidential election's about these days because nobody's busted the big drug deals, right? But I digress. But the other thing that came up has to do with these concepts of election interference because you're accepting some sort of campaign contribution from a foreigner. And I'm like, I don't understand how that works either because isn't it the Soros fund? Isn't it this fund? Isn't it these guys that are all like, headed by people that aren't even American donating to. Hey, where's Deloitte headquartered, by the way? Where's Deloitte and Touche headquartered, by the way? You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know all the deal. I don't even know all the rules about your district, but I want to offer a campaign contribution. Blood Slut wants to offer a campaign contribution to Mr. Navalny's campaign when it gets started. There's some talk in the press right now. You're going to be out of the political spectrum for a while, so you might want to escrow this. A lot of things can happen in escrow, man. But I'm gonna let you know, and this is how I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know this is part of my disclosure. I'm not asking for a kickback. And I'm not even really sure if this is a kickback. I might have to ask somebody. It just would be nice if at some point you could back up your credentials as a anti-corruption crusader or activist by allowing for English translations of your reports or any sort of work you've done to expose corruption in your country of origin. That could actually prove to be very helpful for other people that are into similar things elsewhere, including right here in the United States. Is that a kickback? Or is that just a request that you actually justify your credentials in order to be able to let people internationally know what exactly is the kind of political reprisal that you're being targeted with, right? Because it might help a lot of people out in other countries. But I also want to talk about, you know, I think I got some info or some ideas about what's going on right now. See, let me tell you some. The press over here, other things going on over here. I'm just letting you know. This is my disclosure, man. So take it as you will. I don't want to do this, but I could totally steal your identity now. You know that? I could totally steal your identity and your characterization. I cut my hair right. I fucking wear the right suit. I even look kind of like you, right? And if I go and I market it to the right people, I could be an American you. But then the question becomes, well, how much backup do I need to assert that it's me and I'm not just part of a process of some sort of cloning or some sort of illegal duplication or some sort of effort to divest you of your actual life, including your intangible property, so that it can be recomported and reassigned to other people that will, shall we say, downgrade the efforts you're making to try to fight actual corruption and get to the actual core and the actual source of the corruption. Right? I could do that. I'm just saying, I could do that. I don't really want to do that. I want to do something else, actually. I wanna actually use it as evidence, including like making sure that I'm letting you know, I'm disclosing my boyfriend. He's got this investigation going on himself. I'm trying to help him out, and I want to make a contribution. See, I've had this situation go on to myself in my own life where somebody that was an artist, they let me bear witness to them in the development of their art. And they shared with me what was going on in the process. And sometimes sharing things that is in the development process is actually very meaningful. And it's one of the reasons why I understand, me as an artist, I like to keep everything until I'm done. And then when I'm done and I'm ready, then I'll give it to the official people. Then I'll make it, public. If I put it online, that's one thing. But if I got it on paper, or if I got it on an electronic file on my computer, that's supposed to be mine, man. Nobody's ready to see that until I email them, or until I contact them, or until I walk down to their office and I give them something to make the actual report to them on site, right? But you're where you are and I'm where I am, and I'm going to share with you my first song. This is right. What's going on right now is so important. I'm going to share with you the text from my first song. Now, I don't got the beats yet, but I've already got another video describing what this song's about. And it may or may not be applicable to you. And you can always refuse to accept a campaign contribution. There's precedent for that. You can say, you know what, I don't want this campaign contribution. But just in case you do, let me read you through the text. Read you through the words. As the beats come to me, I'll share that too. I'm not promising you anything else. I'm not contributing the entire canon of my first album. I'm just saying it right now. I think the moment calls for an acknowledgement, and I wish you well. And if this can in any way help fortify you, or it can help you get through this and expose what needs to be exposed, then I'm willing to contribute it. Right now, today, it's 5:32, August 24th, 2020. There's the announcement. The first song, Dick Me. All right. Get the beat going. All right. Masters pleased, but still diseased. Punishment's never done. Went too far, won't leave a scar. In no position to run. One more time, he makes the demand. On my knees, I'll still take a stand. Now there's like a musical interlude. You get the musical interlude going on? All right, here we go. Saw-toothed. Locked jaw, take a deep breath. I can't breathe, but only for how long? If I shake my head no this time, will you pay attention? If you're interested, you can check out some of the other videos that will let you know when I wrote this and when I actually publicly announced Blood Slut. I wish you well, man. I hope it all goes well. Hey, get those reports out to the people when you can.